Whereas man like Klitschko will be busting me up in that ring.
To be a great fighter, you have to do great things.
This is a fight that can change from champion to legend overnight.
Yeah, is to walk out that night of the fight and know you put in 100%. You put in 100% every minute of the day, or every other minute of the day, because no one's perfect. Every other minute of the day, you try to give your all to your craft.
Awesome, man.
Respect, bro.
Great work.
Appreciate it.
Great work. That was good.
Anthony Joshua begins the last day of his training camp, the final checkpoint before stepping into the ring against Jake Paul. The hard work is already done. No heavy sparring, no pushing limits, just fine-tuning, focus, and reflection. Joshua moves with a calm intensity, shadow boxing slowly, and listening closely to his trainers, conserving his energy. This is not about hyper headlines anymore. It's about discipline, experience, and the moment where weeks of preparation are reduced to a single night in the ring. By mid-morning, the routine unfolds with quiet precision.
There is no hard part about being a professional boxer. It's a blessing. And if I wasn't a professional boxer, it would be a blessing as well. As I said, wealth comes in character. It's not about status. There's no big difference to what I do that determines who I am. It's just boxing is a blessing because I do it for passion, not for occupation.
Do you know what it is on that ring walk? There's no turning back. There's no if I was that nervous, I think I would dodge a fight. I wouldn't bother training, and like for like 3 months it'll be on my mind and stuff. If I was that nervous, I probably just wouldn't do it. So yeah.
A light jog around the gym floor, stretching bands pulled and released, joints warmed rather than tested. There's no frantic energy, no anxious pacing, just the quiet weight of a man fully aware of what tomorrow demands. In this final stretch before the Judgment Day, every breath feels deliberate. Every step carries meaning. This moment isn't about exertion anymore. It's about mindset, legacy, and the story that's about to unfold under the lights in Miami. In the boxing world, Joshua's name carried heavyweight, Olympic gold medalist, towering at 6 feet 6 inches with a professional record boasting 28 wins and 25 knockouts, a resume littered with elite opposition and championship nights. He had seen the pinnacle and the depths.
I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10th. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really I've got a good team. I've been through ups and downs. I've stood the test of time. I'm passionate. I'm hungry. And I'm still here ready to fight my heart out. So.
What a jolly lad he is, you know? Just a bubbly guy. Bubbly guy. Gotta love him, bro. Gotta love him, but he's gonna fucking die. Look at this, bro. I'm always training. 150 pounds, dog. Easy work. 40,000 reps a day. Look at the forearm size. It's at least a couple inches tall.
Do you have an iced coffee brought to you by anybody?
Nope.
Did you practice? Did you learn how to breathe again today?
It was pretty normal morning.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Not many people get these opportunities and to live this life, and I feel guided by God through this camp and through this process and making this decision to fight a very, very difficult challenge. God has removed, the fear that would normally be there. So I feel good, and I'm excited for fight week. This fight for me is way more exciting than Gervonta, and I think because it's more exciting for the fans and because of the fact that it's a harder challenge for me. People had a lot of excuses against Gervonta and, oh, it's a smaller guy, blah, 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 the weight difference, and now I flip-flop the roles. Everyone thinks I'm gonna die, and they don't know what I'm capable of. And so being the underdog and being able to go in there and showcase what I'm gonna do to Anthony.
Having endured a career-defining loss at the hands of Daniel Dubois in 2024 and taken nearly a year away to reset his life and mindset. Standing across from him would be Jake Paul, a man whose path to this moment was unorthodox, winding through vlogs, viral feuds, and a boxing journey whose legitimacy was debated at every turn. Paul's record of 12-1 with 7 stoppages included wins over names that raised eyebrows and questions in equal measure. But this was different.
To this fight as the underdog.
Yeah, that's to be assumed, right? This is
it's like- it's pretty
Olympic
much
gold
expected,
medalist over
right.
here, 2-time heavyweight champion of the world. But I've been an underdog my whole life, man. I've had to fight for everything that I've gotten, earned my position all the time, and I've honestly had some of my best performances coming in as an underdog. And I don't really look at the betting lines and all, who's this favorite, who's that, because to me, none of that matters. I know what I'm capable of and the work that I've put in.
Anthony, I'm assuming you never had to make weight.
Never had to
Never
make
had
weight.
to make weight.
Never.
So I seen when they said that you came in, you're training hard. I actually seen you said that you're faster, you're stronger, and why didn't you do this way before? Do you feel better coming in at 245 than ever?
I do. I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I feel happy that this task was put upon me because I wouldn't have pushed myself to get to a certain weight. I would have just been doing what I do usually.
Right.
And I feel really good. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Think you lined them up? Think that was very smart of y'all to get him down to 245?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the decision or on his behalf, like he's taking away his best thing against me, which is his power. And we've seen him when he's a little bit lighter and there's just not as much thump on the punches. And I think that's probably the best thing he could have had is that extra oomph in those punches. But it's his game plan, whatever he wants. But to me, the weight doesn't matter. The weight's not going to make a difference. It's going to be the skills that win this fight. And I believe my skills are better than his, which is a crazy thing to say, but he's a very basic fighter and he's gotten to where he's at because of the size and because of the power. So the skills are what's going to win this fight. And he's seen that with Usyk when he fought him. And so I believe it's going to.
This wasn't Tommy Fury or an MMA crossover. This was heavyweight boxing. 8 rounds under Queensberry rules with 10 gloves and a spotlight that would stream live globally on Netflix. Jake Paul has leaned into one of his most consistent themes, claiming that he's ready for the challenge and that the boxing world has underestimated him at every turn.
Never had to make weight.
Never.
So I seen when they said that you came in, you're training hard. I actually seen you said that you're faster, you're stronger, and why didn't you do this way before? Do you feel better coming in at 245 than ever?
I do. I feel great.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. I feel happy that this task was put upon me because I wouldn't have pushed myself to get to a certain weight. I would have just been doing what I do usually.
Right.
And I feel really good. So I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Think you lined them up? Think that was very smart of y'all to get him down to 245?
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the decision or on his behalf, like he's taking away his best thing against me, which is his power. And we've seen him when he's a little bit lighter and there's just not as much thump on the punches. And I think that's probably the best thing he could have had is that extra oomph in those punches. But it's his game plan, whatever he wants. But to me, the weight doesn't matter. The weight's not going to make a difference. It's going to be the skills that win this fight. And I believe my skills are better than his, which is a crazy thing to say, but he's a very basic fighter and he's gotten to where he's at because.
Paul, who rose to prominence outside traditional boxing through YouTube and social media, has repeatedly stated that he likes taking on the biggest challenges available, even when critics doubt his chances. In interviews tied to the fight build-up, Paul has emphasized that he stands by his earlier claims of being willing to fight anyone, anytime, anywhere, insisting that many believed this matchup with one of boxing's most accomplished heavyweights would never happen.
Joshua. Why Anthony Joshua? I think it's answer only for God, because Anthony very have, I think, education, like a kind of guy. We speak with Anthony, message. Now we speak on phone, not Instagram, but I have a number, Anthony have number. For example, we drive in a car, like he call me, hey champ, hello, how are you, blah, 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 blah. We joking, hey, good luck training, because I see this guy in the gym. My team, hey, Alex, hello, hey brother, good training. It's I like this guy because this is guy smart. I think this guy have very big heart. Anthony.
For Anthony Joshua, the showdown with Jake Paul hasn't simply been another date circled on the calendar. It's become a blessing in disguise that's reshaped the narrative of his career's current chapter. When Team Paul insisted on a weight limit for the bout,
we looked at the numbers that which Jake Paul had against Mike Tyson on Netflix. Record-breaking numbers here.
And another great night for women's boxing because of that, yeah.
Absolutely. Another great night for women's boxing. And Turki Al-Sheikh, who's looking to transform the sport in so many ways, bring new eyeballs to it, may see something there and go, Netflix, younger generation, that's what we're trying to capture here. Could we do something with them as well? So it's interesting times here that he's shown an interest now in Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua. He's saying, yeah, I want to make it. Why not? Why not? It's a huge fight. And there's some sense in what he's saying now.
There's plenty of answers to why not, by the way.
There's a one-sided fight, but we live in a world of entertainment now, right? That's what's happening here. You know, like Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua. All right, let me rephrase this. And for you guys that are driving along at the moment, listening in your cars, or if you're working wherever you are and you've got us on the radio, let me ask you this question. Do you want to see Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua? I know a load of you now are shouting at the radios, or if you're watching us on YouTube, shouting at the tellies, saying, no, of course, we don't want to see that. Well, answer me this. Will you watch it? I'll leave it there.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Listen, we're going to talk some more about this, but last week, Gareth A. Davis was ringside with the stars of boxing, and he grabbed a word with the problem child, Jake Paul. Here's what he had to say about that potential fight with AJ.
I'll put some meat on the bones of you and Anthony Joshua. Is it happening or not?
It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I want it to happen here. All the odds stacked against me. I believe that I will beat him and shock the world and create one of the biggest upsets in boxing history.
Tyson Fury was saying he put $1 million on you beating Anthony Joshua.
I seen that. He's backing me. He's a smart lad.
But how do you love the atmosphere here? Wembley's brilliant. We'd love to see you fight here, by the way.
Man, I love it. Like, the UK fans really love boxing even more than American fans. So I'm going around the pubs, talking to all the people, asking about how...
Joshua embraced the challenge, cutting down to 243, 8 pounds, and explaining that the transformation has actually made him feel stronger and faster, something he might not have pursued without this particular matchup. That unexpected change has given him renewed confidence and a sense of opportunity rather than inconvenience.